Good morning dear students, welcome back to our chemistry class. So in today's class we will going to discuss with some interesting facts related to the carbon. With this we will going to discuss with some chemical properties, how this carbon is reacts with some other compounds. So dear students, before going to discuss with carbon and its chemical properties, we will going to discuss with the homologous series. So dear students, what do you mean by homologous series? This question can be asked for 2 marks, that define the homologous series and write the example. So this is the important example and important definition as exam point of view. So dear students, let's discuss with the homologous series. So dear students, homologous series is the series where the carbon compounds having the same functional group. Dear students, same functional group, this is the main concept. Here it should be same functional group, substitute the hydrogen atom is called as the homologous series. As well as these compounds have the similar chemical properties due to the addition of same kind of functional group. If this chain is containing same functional group, so resulting you can observe here the chemical properties are the same. So as well as in the homologous series, what happened? These compounds having the similar chemical properties due to the addition of same functional group. So we will going to take examples of homologous series. Here some examples are there about the homologous series. First one is alkanes. So first one is the alkanes. You can observe here in the alkanes we are substituting the same functional group. What is that? It is the hydrogen. Next is the alkenes. It is also same functional group as hydrogen. Next is the alkynes, same functional group and same chemical properties. Next is alkanols. You can observe here same hydrogen group and alkanoic acid and alkanals. So here few examples are there about the homologous series. So once again I am repeating here, the series which containing the same functional group substitute the hydrogen atom is called as the homologous series. As well as these compounds having the same chemical properties, because due to the addition of same kind of functional group, these chemical properties are same. Now we will going to discuss with some chemical properties of the carbon compounds. So dear students, first thing we will going to discuss here, that is the combustion. Combustion means it is the chemical process with the oxygen. Okay, this is the chemical process with the oxygen, resulting what we are getting? We are getting the heat, light. Okay, so here one simple definition is there for you, that is carbon compounds. If the carbon compounds is burned in a oxygen, where is the oxygen presents? Presents in the atmosphere. So carbon compounds burn in a oxygen to form water, carbon dioxide, heat and light. So dear students, once again I am repeating here, what is the combustion process? In the combustion process, carbon compounds burn in a oxygen, okay, to form water and carbon dioxide, that is CO2, heat and light. So totally 4 things we are getting here. What are those? Water, carbon dioxide, heat and light. So in the combustion process, what happened? This is the chemical process where the resulting or the product form is water, carbon dioxide, heat and light, because the substance is reacting with the oxygen. So here what is the substance here? It is the carbon. So carbon compounds burn in oxygen to form water, carbon dioxide, heat and light. So let's take a chemical equation of this combustion process. So first thing, that is when carbon is reacting with the oxygen, it produces CO2. CO2 means carbon dioxide with the heat and light. It is the compulsory because this is the combustion process. So heat and light is always formed as a product. So when the carbon is reacting with the oxygen, it gives as the CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and heat and light. Next, the second example about the CH4. Okay, what do you mean by CH4? That is methane. Okay, so CH4, when it is CH4 is reacting with the two molecules of oxygen. Oxygen is how much? It is the two molecules of the oxygen. When it reacts, this CH4 is reacting with the two molecules of the oxygen. It gives rise as the two molecules of water, that is H2O, and CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and heat and light is compulsory. Okay, because it is the combustion process, so heat and light is always formed as a product. Okay, next is the C2H5OH. Okay, C2H5OH. Okay, later on we will going to discuss this is the ethanol because C2H5. So here you can observe the ethane. Okay, C2H5 plus OH. Okay, OH is as a functional group, so it is a ethanol. It is reacting with the three molecules of the oxygen. Yes, C2H5 is reacting with the three molecules of the oxygen. It gives rise the three molecules of water, that is H2O, and two molecules of the carbon dioxide and heat and light as the product. Okay, so here totally three equations are there. That is first one, when carbon is reacting with the oxygen, it gives rise the CO2 as a carbon dioxide. With this, there is resulting products are heat and light. Next is CH4. When CH4 is reacting with the two molecules of the oxygen, that is O2, it gives rise the two molecules of water and one molecule of carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and with this heat and light. Next is the C2H5OH, that is ethanol, plus three molecules of oxygen. It gives the three molecules of water plus two molecules of the carbon dioxide. H2O is a water and CO2 is a carbon dioxide with the heat and light. So dear students, I hope you got it, the combustion process. Next we will going to discuss with the another concept, that is the oxidation. What happens when oxidation takes place with the carbon atoms? Okay, so here students, you can observe here the carbon compounds like alcohols. We are taking the examples about the alcohols. When it is oxidized to the carboxylic acid, we will going to take the formula of carboxylic acid. On the heating, we have to heat it. Okay, alcohols plus carboxylic acid we have to take. So this all the reactions are carried out in a laboratory. Okay, here we are only learning about the theoretical parts. These are the practical concept which are going or carrying out in the laboratory. So dear students, you have to remember these things while doing the practicals. You must know about the theoretical concept, that what you are taking and what you are mixing and what you are going to get there. So these are the theoretical concept. You have to remember these things. So this is the oxidation. In oxidation process, what happens? In the oxidation process, carbon compounds like alcohol, we are taking the alcohol, it is oxidized to the carboxylic acid on heating this oxidizing agents. So in the oxidation process, always the oxidizing agents should be placed as a carrier. Okay, because without the oxidizing agents, we are not able to complete the process of the oxidation, because oxidizing agents are helps to complete the oxidation process. Here we are gaining the number of the oxygen. Okay, so oxidizing agents like alkaline potassium permanganate, Okay, here what are the oxidizing agent? Potassium permanganate as KMnO4 or acidic potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7. See dear students, here two types of the oxidizing agents we are taking as an example, but we have to take only one. So these are the examples about the oxidizing agents. So let's take the example. Okay, when the alcohol are oxidized to carboxylic acid, what happens? So first thing, alcohol we are taking as a ethanol. Okay dear students, this is the ethanol. The formula of ethanol, it is C2H5OH. This is the ethanol, where in the presence of alkaline KMnO4, this is the oxidizing agent, and another oxidizing agent, that is K2Cr2O7. Here two types of the oxidizing agents we are taking here. Okay, so first one is the alkaline KMnO4 and acidic solution, that is K2Cr2O7. These two are the solutions which we have to mix up with the alcohol, and later on we have to heat it. Okay, we have to apply some temperature, we have to give some temperature, then resulting what you are getting here, you are going to get here as a ethanoic acid. So this is one of the process how to convert the ethanol to ethanoic acid. First it was the alcohol form, then it has been converted into ethanoic acid. So these are the example how to convert alcohol to acid. Okay, so we have taken the example about the ethanol to ethanoic acid. Why we have taken this only? Because these are the concept which we will going to learn with the soap and detergent. Okay, because these are the some important acids and carbon compounds which we are using in our day-to-day life. Okay, so that's why we have taken this the ethanol example. Okay, so here once again I am repeating, in the oxidation process, carbon compounds like alcohol are oxidized to carboxylic acid on heating with the oxidizing agents like alkaline potassium permanganate or acidic potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7. Okay, now next we are going to discuss with the addition reaction of the carbon compounds. So dear students, when we are carrying out this addition reaction, we have to learn about the why we are going to convert this addition reaction. See, in this addition reaction we are going to convert the unsaturated hydrocarbons to the saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so what are the examples of unsaturated hydrocarbons? These are the alkene and alkynes. Okay, so how can we convert these alkenes and alkynes to the saturated hydrocarbon as alkane? In this process we can find out. Okay, so first thing, unsaturated hydrocarbons undergoes the addition reaction with the hydrogen in the presence of nickel or palladium. So dear students, these are the catalyst. Catalyst means which helps to carry out the reaction. Okay, so these are the catalysts which helps out to carry out the reaction. Okay, so dear students, already we have completed about this. Let's see what is the reaction here. So dear students, here we are going to example about the C2H4. Okay, it is the ethane. Okay, so when we are adding here two molecules of the hydrogen, here we are getting as a C2H6. Okay, let's see how it is converted in the presence of nickel and palladium catalyst. So dear students, you can take this carbon chain how it is formed. So first it was the C double bond, that is unsaturated hydrocarbons containing the hydrogen atoms. When we are adding as H2O, this is the H2O, you can consider as a XY or H2O. Okay, H2, it is a hydrogen. When we are adding this hydrogen into this alkyne group, what happens? This carbon bonds is break. Break means this double covalent bond is converted into single covalent bond. You can observe here it is a single covalent bond. So what happens? This X and Y, it is attached to this carbon atom because it has been broken up and it is attached to this two carbon atoms. Okay dear students, I hope you got it, the addition reaction. So here addition reaction is also called as the hydrogenation reaction when the hydrogen is adding to the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so what is the hydrogenation definition? When the hydrogen group is added to the unsaturated hydrocarbon, this process is called as the hydrogenation process, or you can define as the addition of hydrogen to unsaturated hydrocarbons to form saturated hydrocarbon. This is the similar example related to addition reaction itself. So in the addition reaction, particularly if we are adding the hydrogen group, then it is considered as the hydrogenation process. Okay, this hydrogenation is used to convert unsaturated oils and fats to saturated oils and fats. Yes dear students, so why we are using this addition or hydrogenation process? Because this is using to convert unsaturated oils and fats to convert as saturated oils and fats. So next concept, that is substitution reaction. We have learned about the combustion process, oxidation process, hydrogenation process or addition process. Next is substitution reaction. What happens in the substitution reaction? By looking to the name itself, you can understand that we are going to substitute something here. Okay, we are going to substitute here something here. What we are going to substitute here? We are going to substitute as the functional group. Okay, we are going to add here some functional group. What are those functional group? Let's take a glance. Okay, so first take the definition about the substitution reaction. Substitution reaction means the saturated hydrocarbons undergoes the substitution reaction. Yes, which type of carbons are going to take place in the substitution reaction? The saturated hydrocarbons means the alkanes. Okay, with the halogens. What is our requirement? It should be reacts with the halogens. Halogens are chlorine, bromine and fluorine. Actually, as per your syllabus, the fluorine is not considered as the halogen, but it is considered as the halogen group itself. So this is the different concept. When we are going to discuss with the periodic table, we will going to learn about the different criteria about the periodic elements. Okay, so these three are considered as the halogen atoms. So in the substitution process, what happens? This is the process where the saturated hydrocarbons undergo substitution reaction when it is react with the halogens. Okay, so what is our requirement? It should be halogen to form the substituted products. Let's take. So dear students, let's talk about the substitution process. As I told, these are the saturated hydrocarbons which undergoes the substitution reaction with the halogens to form the substitution products. So here we are going to take one of the example. Okay, so dear students, we are going to take the one of the example as a methane, where it undergoes the substitution reaction with the chlorine. What is the chlorine? As I told, this is considered as the halogen group. So chlorine in the presence of sunlight to form substitution products. So what is the substitution products? Let's take a glance. So here, dear students, totally 4 equations are there. First one is the CH4. Okay, this CH4, when it is reacted with the 2 numbers of chlorine, that is Cl2, what happens? It forms as a chloromethane. Why? Because this Cl is 2 Cls are there. Yes, this is 2 Cl. So one Cl is going to add with the CH3, that is a methane, and another Cl is going to attach with the hydrogen group and it is formed as a CHCl. Okay, So similar concept we are going to apply in the second equation, that is a CH3Cl. So what happens in the CH3Cl? So dear students, CH3Cl, this only chloromethane we are taking here, and here now what happens, totally 3 chlorines are present here. Is it? Totally how many chlorines are there? Totally 3 chlorines are there. So what is the resulting product? Let's see. So here, if this CH3, this compound itself, this is, I am going to here as write as a equation number 1. So here we are applying the equation number 1 itself. So CH3Cl, when it is reacting with the 2 molecules of the chlorine in the presence of light. So here that H, it is H nu. Okay, it is a indication of presence of light. Okay, so CH2Cl2, it is CH2Cl2. Why it is a CH2Cl2? Sorry, CH3Cl2, because here 2 chlorines are there. So that's why we are taking the examples as dichloromethane, because two molecules of the chlorine are present in this reaction. Okay, so it is a dichloromethane with the releasing of the acid as HCl. Okay, next, this dichloromethane, if we are here, I am going to name as a equation 2. Okay, here continue process are there. Yes. So this equation 2 I am going to again repeat with the chlorine. Okay, so what happens, it is CH2Cl2. Okay, this is the CH3Cl2 plus Cl2, where when the CH2Cl2 is going to add with the 2 numbers of the chlorine, what happens, it formed as the dichloromethane. Again CHCl3 and releasing of HCl. Next, what happens? This is the equation 3. Next, this equation 3 we are going to add here. Okay. So what happens? The CHCl3 is, when reacting with the 2 numbers of the chlorine, it formed as a tetrachloromethane. Okay, with the formation of HCl. So dear students, what is the main concept we are going to learn here? You can observe this decreasing of the hydrogen atoms. It is, these are the decreasing of the hydrogen atoms, and here you can observe chlorine are adding here 1 chlorine, here 2 chlorine, here 3 chlorine, here totally 4 chlorine, and lastly we have found the tetrachloromethane. So what is the indication here? This is the indication of substituents. Yes, so these are the halogen products which is placed as a substituent group. So these are the substitution reaction, my dear students. You have to make a practice of writing the substitution reaction. It is very easy. You have to just know the facts how to carry out the reaction. Okay, so this is very easy concept. So dear students, now I am going to wind up today's class, because next we will going to learn about the some important carbon compounds in next class. So till that time, just take out all the reaction, practice it, and if you are finding any difficulty, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. So I hope you will get all the idea related to what we have discussed in today's class. Thank you.